Hey, shiny happy people. Thanks for joining us today on Junior Youth Online. We're so thankful to have you here. Just wanted to mention to you that a couple things that tomorrow night we're getting together on Google Meet. We'll be continuing to talk about the kings and queens in the Old Testament. We will get to some, hopefully, we're not going to hit all of them because there were a lot of them. Last week we talked about Judah and Israel and how those were broken up and why that came to be in the first place. And so I'm not going to hit on every single king or queen in the book of Kings, but in the two books of Kings, but we'll just hit on the highlights. Actually, funny to say that there are a few highlights and there are a lot of lowlifes. A lot of lowlights when it comes to the kings and queens. But thank you very much for suggesting that to us. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is this afternoon I intend to hop in my car and take a trip around to your home. So if you were there last Monday, you will know that you're getting a pop and a chocolate bar delivered to your door today at some point before supper. So that's my intent. So yeah, let's just dive right in. I have a short verse on my mind today to share with you. It's found in Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 10. Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 10 says, "Whatever your hands find to do, do it with your might." Let me read that again. Whatever your hands find to do, do it with your might. This is a verse that I have had quoted to me by my parents for a long time. And this is probably why even today, when there's something to do, I, for the most part, do it with my might. I'll tell you what I don't do with my might, and it upsets other people. It ends up not making other people happy. I don't do this with all my might. I don't keep a very clean dresser at home. I don't do that with all my might, with all my strength. I don't keep a clean car inside with all my strength. I do when I want to clean it, but in general, it's not a very tidy car inside. So I just want to start off the whole conversation of this verse just to let you know that I'm not way up here talking to you guys way down here. I'm with you. There are things that need to be done that I don't do with all my might. But our Bible tells us that whatever our hands find to do, we should be putting all our strength into it. There are occasions when you will come across something and you will just naturally want to do it. And naturally, this verse will be going, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. And you'll be right in there, full strength, full bore, going right ahead. And then, like I mentioned, there are other things that you're like, oh man, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. And you might just struggle through it. But right now, that means schooling for you guys. Right now, it means the course that you don't really like, the teacher that you don't really resonate with, the chores at home that you don't really like. I understand that, but I think we need to be encouraged that the Bible tells us that we should be trying to do it with all of our strength. Just the same way that we put in other amounts of time and energy into things that we really do like doing. So I cycle a lot during the summer, and I hate hills. I absolutely hate hills. I wish the earth was flat, literally, that I could just drive in a straight line on a straight road, flat road. That would be my dream. And when I pick out places to ride, that's usually generally what I do. But occasionally I'll hit a hill, and when I hit a hill, this is the verse that I go to, and I'm like, do this with all your might and all your strength. And know what happens at the top of the hill? At the top of the hill, it either goes down or it's flat, one or the other. A hill doesn't always go up forever. It always plateaus to a down slope or a flat, one or the other. And that's what I live my cycling life for. When I come to a hill, I'm like, do this with all your might, do this with all your might, all your strength. And that's how I get through cycling. So you are probably the same with me. There's probably things that really annoy you to have to do, that you don't want to do. But if you get through them, if you climb that hill, I promise you that there's a down slope on the other side or a flat. It won't go up forever. Then when you do find something you like to do, so now you're in school, you may have a part-time job already. You may already be helping out your parents in the barn, for example. You may already be doing that. You may be doing whatever during the summer as well. Summer is coming up eventually. And you will have an opportunity to put this verse into practice. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your strength.